Hey, good morning, warriors. This is Brian King here. I'm responding to a question posted yesterday by one of our group members, and with her permission, I'm responding in this way. And let me read the post to you. It says, I'm struggling today and wanted to ask, how do you handle giving validation to your spouse or anyone when they are frustrated about something you did and you feel attacked? I handle that so poorly, defend myself, fight back, and feel generally wronged. I've learned from Codependents Anonymous and Al-Anon that just because someone doesn't treat you respectfully doesn't give you the green light to respond in kind. But I do it, and it makes me angry with myself. And I'm still angry with the person for attacking me. Well, I want to tell you right off the bat, this is something a lot of people do. And one way to describe it is reactivity, emotional reactivity. That primal need to defend ourselves against perceived attack. And our mind really doesn't differentiate between emotional versus physical. It just sees danger and goes into fight or flight. In this case, fight, arguing. So the one question I have, and this is key for anybody in this situation, how do you feel about you? Do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? Because when you have essential self-respect, it's easier to weather this stuff. Because if someone's attacking you and tearing you down and trying to fling blame at you and whatever it is, it's much easier to stand tall, figuratively speaking, with pride and say, I don't deserve this. This isn't about me. I didn't create this. Being able to respond to it in that way makes you less likely to react. And it takes work to get there. And it sounds like you need to climb that ladder a little bit. And that's something that you and I can talk about. You said that this began with giving validation to your spouse. You want to validate when they seem frustrated with you. Well, you want to validate their feelings of frustration. Call it what it is. Say, it sounds like you're frustrated. Is that correct? So you put language to the feeling. Yeah, I'm frustrated because you did this, you did that. Okay, what can I do to make it right? Because while this person is festering in the negativity or however they see it, you can quickly move into the solution. How can I make it right? How can I make this better? After you've already acknowledged that you seem frustrated because I said something or did something that I did not intend to come off that way, how do I make it right? Because you could go back and forth and focus on the fact that you don't really care for your spouse's delivery method, which, as we know, can be less than exceptional. But we want to change the tone of this exchange, not perpetuate it or escalate it. So you say, hey, I hear you're frustrated. How can I make it better? You remain calm because you're not trying to explain away the accusation. You certainly don't want to validate your spouse's method of delivery, but you are validating the reason for it, an emotion. And you move into the solution, as I mentioned. Now, when you feel that you have, let me just read back into the paragraph a little bit. You feel attacked. Another important question to ask yourself is, what are you hearing? Is it simply the tone? Someone's loud? Is it their body position? Are they in your face? Are they in lecture mode? What are the specific ingredients that lead you to feel attacked by your spouse or anyone else for that matter? Let me get a quick sip here. And it's wonderful that you're getting some support, Codependents Anonymous, Al-Anon, and so much. If someone doesn't treat you respectfully, it doesn't give you the green light to respond in kind. When you respond in kind, all you're doing is letting somebody else control you. It's kind of a revenge mindset, a punishment mindset, a very ego-driven mindset. How dare you talk to me like that? How dare you treat me this way? I'll show you an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a wrong for a wrong. You are acting very emotionally and very rationally. Guess what? I'm going to show I can be equally immature instead of trying to change the tone of things and say, and you can honestly ask this question, why do we do this? Why do we go at each other like this? Does it ever end up better? Or do we walk away pissed off? How else can we do this? You can be very direct that way. See what happens. You know what you've been doing this whole time isn't working. Try something new. And after the fact, you say it makes you angry with yourself. And you're still angry with that person for attacking you. Okay. So you're angry with the person that attacked you, a person who, unfortunately, I sense, has a pattern of attacking you as you see it, and you have a pattern of attacking back. So let's depersonalize it a little bit. Instead of being angry at yourself and angry at the other person, be angry at the pattern. You know, the fact that you keep doing this to each other, that you've decided that this is the dance that you want to do when you get together and there's emotion involved. There are a lot of little facets to this, but it begins with this. Who do you want to be when you show up in those moments? What boundaries do you want to set? If it begins to escalate, you can immediately step in and, as I mentioned earlier, ask, hey, what can I do to make this better? I recognize you're frustrated. I recognize you're hurt. Whatever the feeling is, what can I do to make it better? Or the next question is, why do we keep doing this? Are there other ways that we could discuss this? Are there other ways to solve this problem besides going at each other's throats and making it personal? Can we solve this problem together? Now that's just some food for thought. It's still early. Place to begin. Points to consider. Clearly we can discuss this further, and I hope we will. But in response to your questions, I hope this is helpful for you. Feel free, anybody that's seeing this, to comment, ask further questions so we can keep this discussion going, because this is kind of an elaborate, complex issue that happens between a lot of couples. So let me know how I can be further help to you. This has been Brian. Thank you for your time and your attention. We'll talk again soon.